All right, we got a special Corbet's Corner here this week as we're talking NBA playoffs and, of course, focusing on the Chicago Bulls. It's our partners at Highbrow Lowbrow on TikTok and Instagram. You got the Dink and Dunk podcast here. Jim, John, Caleb, the crew. Check out their stuff. Let's get right into it. I went to the Bull. Yes, yeah. First of all, welcome. I'm sorry.
Don't interrupt him, man. He was on a roll.
I just wanted to say hi.
Yes,
You're
yes. The
chaos
guys.
right off the bat.
Thank you. Yes, the guys are here, and they're here to educate me on the Bulls series. So I went to the game. Remember, I told you guys on your podcast I was going to the game. I got to see, the bench. It was Ayo Dosunmu, the janitor from, seat 33C.
Oh, you went to the game. That's cool.
Went to the game. They got the dub. How about that? So they beat the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
However, 7-15 to close out the season. You get the defending champs in the first round. Just give me the state of the Bulls. Morale. What's going on, guys?
All right, we're going to give you our morale first before the Bulls' morale.
Okay.
Our morale is great.
Yes.
We made the playoffs.
We're in the playoffs.
Yeah, we're in
the
the
first
playoffs.
time.
Big jug of Kool-Aid.
I don't know. Look that up. Have
We're
our
not,
stats guy
we're
look
not
that
going to
up.
revisit the metrics of the Kool-Aid man again.
Yeah.
But big jug of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
The Bulls team, actually though, yeah, it's pretty. So me and John were talking, and there's a stat that I thought was pretty telling. It was that the Bulls in the beginning of the season, we beat the Celtics twice when they were bad.
Yeah.
Since we did that, we have actually not beaten the Heat, Bucks, and Sixers, giving us a 2-12 record versus all of them. So we haven't beaten any top talent really. I think we've played the Bucks pretty close.
I think we lost by 4-1 game. That was a victory. That's Billy Donovan went into the locker room and said, "Boys, let's pop the champagne."
Well, if we're talking stats, you're going to love this one. And it's almost in the form of a trivia question. The last 17 times these two teams have played, how many times do you think the Bulls have won?
17 times? 0. No, probably.
I'm gonna go 2, and I can say the exact date.
This year they won
Once.
0, so I'd be
Once?
One time.
Witchcraft.
They probably sat all 5 starters that game, I'd imagine. If it wasn't this year.
Giannis was out.
So, I mean, that it's due for a turnaround, right? Water finds its level. You guys are sweeping.
Regression.
The thing is, I like the Bucks. So and I don't want to see Giannis get injured or any of those guys, because even if the Bulls were to I don't know, they were to get injured and make it out of the first round, they just would do nothing after that. So I'm happy to watch them in the playoffs, but it's going to be a massacre.
Right. You guys are excited that you're here, and it's the defending champs. I'm just thinking the only thing that could happen is massive hangover from the title. Giannis is still a Chick-fil-A, but it's the most overwhelming series price
it's a trap
on the
series.
board. It is a trap series. You'd have to lay $1,000 to win $100 on the Bucks.
However, I think that there is a good play in this series. I think that it's going to be. You can take Bucks -2.5 for the series.
That's
so meaning they'd win, but I think they probably win this series either sweep or 4-1. I think part of me thinks that you bring the series back to Chicago. DeMar DeRozan says, "All right, guys, let me use up all my juice, and I'll give you one really good game, and that maybe we take it." If you match we said this before, we don't have a point guard. Our point guard is makeshift. Give me Levine or Caruso brings up the ball. I'm not going to say Kobe White because Kobe White is not a point guard.
Yeah.
Actually, better yet, we just have someone bring up the ball and then pass it to DeMar DeRozan. That's our point guard.
Right.
That's our offense.
United Center is going to get up, so that's why everyone's thinking gentleman's sweep. You're going to get one in Chicago at home. But, let's say worst comes to worst, you lose the series. Was this the ceiling for the Bulls that we saw when they were on top of the East? Did we see the ceiling career year for DeRozan? I'm not trying to write the obituary on the season before the series starts. But
you already wrote it in
I authored it. I did.
June.
I've had it written
actually
since June.
Best-selling book by Dylan out right now. The end of the Bulls,
writing
if
a
you guys
second
wanna catch it.
obituary.
I would have published it, except
history.
you guys snuck into the 6th seed. But yeah. So again, you got DeRozan coming off the huge year. Next year, maybe you get Lonzo healthy and say run it back.
I think that's the. Oh, go ahead, John.
No, I think, look, I think Levine has to be like a super duper star in order for this team to like increase its ceiling. Like DeRozan's great. They probably like, they can't, like that's the best investment they possibly could have made at that price. But Levine's got to be like as good as DeRozan as far as like star power in order for them to like compete with the Bucks or the Heat or things of that nature.
Are any of those contracts expiring? I don't know enough, but
Levine's
pretty
was,
sure Levine.
and then they re-upped
Okay.
it, right?
Okay, because I was gonna say Levine's probably the only one that would dip just for like to start his own.
Right. I will
Great
say for what
legend.
you guys, when we were talking on your guys' podcast again, Dink and Dunk through Highbrow Lowbrow, our guys there. We were talking about, I just lost my train of thought. This is my professional thing. Oh, sorry. We were talking about me going to the game. Patrick Williams. I'm going, Patrick Williams. You're like, this guy can play a little bit. I was impressed.
He's 20 years old.
Balled out.
21. Yeah. He's 20 years old.
Dylan, how many points did he have?
Don't even remember. It was a hazy night for me. What happened?
34. 34.
Hey, his defense stood up enough in your 10 beer stupor or whatever you were.
Yeah, I was like, who is this?
Like,
I didn't have my
man.
glasses.
Yeah.
Is this hockey?
Where's the net?
I was impressed with Patrick Williams, so maybe he takes that lead.
Is I just out of curiosity, are Timberwolves games fun or what's
dude? You know what? As much as I like to rack on them, it was a tough night for me as they won last night. That place, everyone's laughing at them today because they celebrated like they were cutting down the nets at March Madness, which is just hysterical. They're easy to make fun of, but damn, the city is like, I've been to two Wolves games. It was opening night, and then it was the season ender, home opener, and then the season ender. Electric. The crowd is embracing them. They've been starved.
That's a franchise, where you're in the playoffs, and that's the Super Bowl.
Yeah. The city overall is starved, regardless of sport.
Yeah.
Getting back to the peak question, I think there's multiple answers here, right? I think in a way this probably was our peak year. I think with Levine probably leaving, it didn't help us that Lonzo Ball got hurt, Patrick Williams got hurt, he's just back, and then Levine's been dealing with his knee injury this whole time. So like, if I'm Levine, honestly, I'm probably going to get out of Chicago, go somewhere where I can play pretty good minutes, but also take games off. I feel like on the Bulls right now, if someone takes a game off, they probably lose.
Yeah, they really need depth this offseason.
But I mean, I don't know. Patrick Williams, I think he's gonna be a star. I've loved him ever since we drafted him.
Whoa,
I think
a big statement.
Quote me on it. Quote me on it. He's
like stars, like you see it these days when they're like 20.
Isn't he? How old is he?
He's young. Yeah,
20.
He's 20, but
he's 20.
He's never ever taken over a game one time in his career where you're like, whoa, okay, this guy's got some juice.
Yeah. I just think that he's like a different kind of player though. Like, I guess when you think of star, you think of like, I don't know, LeBron James or someone that's like bringing the ball consistently.
You think he can be a top 25 player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so he went to Florida State, right? I believe 2 years out. And here, I was wrong on, last year I said LaMelo was better than Anthony Edwards, and I'm sticking to that. I still believe that. This year I called my shot saying I thought Jalen Suggs was going to be the best out of this class, and he looks like the worst out of the crop. I thought nothing of Scotty Barnes.
I was big on him as well. I think probably because he's a Minnesota guy. That's probably why you like him.
Yeah, he did play some high school ball here, and the Magic stink. I mean, he was injured too. But Scotty Barnes, another Florida State guy, holy crap, he could swoop in and steal that Rookie of the Year award. But yeah, there's something about it. Williams is just a lengthy guy with stretch four capabilities. He's kind of like Mikal Bridges, who's not a star, but he's a guy. Like, he's a starter.
I think that's who the Bulls thought they were drafting was Scotty Barnes and Patrick Williams. Like, that's
right.
Just a freak athlete. All that.
Give P. Will
one more season. 2 years
to grow like
you know what? One more season
to grow like a flower, right? Like,
well, there's just so much of the game he didn't play this year. He's played like, I don't know, 15 games, 20 games. So give him another season, and there's just a lot that he can do with his game. He is a freak. He's a freak athlete.
And I will say the NBA offseason, you guys didn't think you were going to have DeRozan on your season this year. It's like so unpredictable. Who knows who you're going to be repping a jersey for next year.
The bright side is the Bulls aren't a joke of a franchise.
Correct.
At this moment. Which,
Do you
Yep.
tell yourself that before you go to bed?
yeah,
It's
You're
nice.
not a
I do.
joke.
I say
You're
to
not
the
a
mirror.
joke. That's the mirror.
You will
routine
win
right
one
there.
at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's flip to the diamond. White Sox, Cubs. White Sox out to a nice start, picking up right where they left off. What are your guys' thoughts there? And then I've got some further questions for you.
I like what I see.
Yeah.
I mean, bullpen stinks, but the hitters are hitting. Got as good a lineup as anyone in the league, right?
Mhm.
I'm just like watching Luis Robert. Man, you can't help but be excited about just him being in Chicago for like the next 12 years, just jacking dingers.
Yeah, just the lineup is extremely deep. A lot of young talent. I mean, the pitching, we've had a couple injuries, but I'm okay with it's just crazy because I feel like during the season we can sustain injuries. I'd be a little worried if like Lance Lynn is out for the playoffs or like we lose some of these guys. But I mean, right now we're hitting, and I don't see that necessarily stopping. Playoffs is a whole different ball game, but they're extremely fun to watch right now. Currently up 4-1 against the Mariners.
Okay.
In the
Yeah,
third inning.
pitching's going to be interesting. It'll probably fall apart if they can't get healthy. Is from a pitching standpoint.
And floating around, the lineup is so deep that they've been floating out Andrew Vaughn's name as like trying to flip into a pitcher or somebody. Do you want to trade that guy? That dude
No.
balls out.
I love that dude. Yeah, the dude can hit. He's just a natural born hitter. They'll find a place for him. I mean, what a problem to have, right? Of just like we don't know what to do with this guy.
We're too deep. We're too
Yeah.
deep.
So
could be a top 50 hitter in the league.
it sucks because we want Frankie Montes, who's a pitcher, who's really good, but I don't know. Like there's art, and then there's Andrew Vaughn's swing, and it is like it's so compared. Like I don't know, it's beautiful.
Both hanging in the Louvre.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you can buy a ticket to Paris, or you can go to a White Sox game and see just as good of art. So, I don't know. I don't think we'll trade him. While there's been a lot of rumors, apparently the Sox have been like, we want Frankie Montes. We do not want to trade Andrew Vaughn. They have something I think too good to get rid of.
Yeah, and why shake it up now too? The division is yours. You imagine it's going to shake out the same way. My last question there involving the White Sox is Dylan Cease good? Where the hell did this guy come from? He's shit. He was lights out in his first start. People are floating out names for, dark horse Cy Young. That could be a guy that steps in for an injured Lynn and, accelerates you.
Yeah, I forget, Caleb, who was the team that we got Dylan Cease from?
Oh, we don't have to talk about it. It's not like we got Quintana in that trade.
I think we also got
Wow.
Eloy from you guys, right? So, yeah,
no.
Shout out to the
Eli
Cubs
Eloy is huge.
Yeah, that was a big trade.
I think Cease, I don't know. He's like he shows up when it like doesn't count. I feel like
Yeah, like sure.
he'll go off. Like he's like
Just a random
Mystery
6-inning shutout start over
yeah.
like the
I don't know if he's
Royals.
ever pitched good, like amazing in an important game though.
Sure.
I mean, he's pretty young still, though, right?
I think he's like 26, I read. Yeah, he's 27, 26.
Yeah, I mean,
Still prime baseball.
That's the thing, right? Is like, I feel like some of these Cy Young winners recently have been just odd, like an odd age. Like not, I don't know. I feel like a little older in their career.
26 is a weird number.
I don't know. I think he can step up. I mean, I think he fits. He's a really nice piece in our rotation.
Sure.
Ace, yeah, I don't know.
No,
Although
yeah.
we don't have like, an ace like definition of ace.
Giolito wants to be that. He's close.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very close. It's tough to like really call him an ace though.
Yeah.
You haven't had a guy like. Would you consider your last guy kind of like Burley maybe?
Chris Sale.
Sale, that's
Yeah,
right.
Chris
Forgot
Sale,
about
yeah.
those years.
Yeah, he's the guy that cut up all the jerseys.
And you got Moncada in that trade, right? Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
God, you guys won that. Sale can't even stay on the field.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: Moncada hasn't even played yet because he's just been out with a minor injury. So
Yeah, he hasn't really panned out either.
The
Yeah.
lineup.
He had COVID all year last year.
I will say he started to come around really well last year. So it's just like he picked up a minor injury. So
Yeah.
I think this year should be really good.
It's interesting how hit and miss prospects are. Like Gleyber Torres was a guy that I was like, how the hell did the Cubs let him go? And now the Yankees want to get him the hell out of New York. Like it's crazy. All right, Caleb, let's get your thoughts here on the Cubbies coming in, of course. Nice start.
Yeah.
Can't hate beating up on the Brewers. So this Suzuki guy, he can fucking play, huh?
Hell yeah, dude. 2 solo jacks yesterday. We won the game 2-1. He's batting
Yeah.
400 right now. This is my boy.
People are asking if he's selfish. 2 solo jacks.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
he-
it's okay
don't
to
get
be
on base.
selfish. He can't really share right now. Yeah. It's a new coming of Fukudome, and it's just really exciting for me. So
Stroman looked good in his debut. Nice start for the Cubbies there. Not bad.
yeah, I think the last time you were on our podcast, we went through that insane list of free agents they signed. And
Yeah.
a few of them are panning out right now very quickly. Stroman was honestly, I feel like, a big signing that no one really talked about. Wade Miley, Drew Smiley, they rhyme. I can say that out loud. It's fun.
Wow.
So
Keep going.
that's all I got. No, Jan Gomes. I haven't seen him.
Doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't rhyme with anything.
Contreras has been
Anyway.
playing well this year. He's picking up. really
Yeah,
well.
man. Yeah, that rivalry with the Brewers playing beanball between those two is pretty exciting. He's apparently been hit 15 times in the last 2 seasons
Yeah,
by the
crazy.
Brewers. So
That's a lot of
pretty wild.
beans.
It's a lot of beans.
15. That's a lot of beans.
That's our Chicago sports roundup here with the guys from Dink and Dunk podcast, Highbrow Lowbrow, our partners. You guys have any thoughts? Any closing thoughts on maybe the Blackhawks season? One to forget?
Oh, that's definitely one to forget.
In the
Ain't
words
what
of Dylan,
Blackhawks
put it in
season.
the Louvre.
Yes, put it in the Louvre. Yep, that's one hell of a year. You had the whole scandal. You blemished a year of
Yeah.
dynasties, but hey, you've got the Bulls,
Oh,
Bucks.
I don't know.
Hey,
This
winning,
weekend.
winning cures everything, right?
True. Yeah. So does time.
Yeah.
So does
Yeah,
time.
Time heals all, and you know what? Once next season starts, it'll all be well. So
I think actually, I don't know if time does heal all because I got a notification yesterday from ESPN. Like before Jerry Sandusky, there was another.
Yeah.
weird coach.
What the hell was that? And then I'm reading a novel that is like 60.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, give me the
And-
Spark Notes.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing, right? Someone puts out a piece of quality journalism, and we say, "Fuck
Yeah.
that! Give me a TikTok."
I was like, come on, someone wrap this up for me. But it was just like, Jesus Christ. It's like, hit you upside the head on a Monday. Oh, Penn State was worse than we thought. And it was already unimaginable.
It was intricate.
Oh, God. Well, we'll
Anyways.
end on that high note. These are the guys from Highbrow Lowbrow, our friends, our partners, Caleb, Jim, John. Thank you as always. And we'll
Thanks,
talk to you
Dylan.
guys soon. Go Bulls.
Always a
Hell
pleasure.
yeah, Jim.